victory tonight.
Yeah, I mean, that's the closest playoffs hockey we've seen all year. And, you said it's been back and forth. We ended up going, getting behind there and then coming right back and getting a good goal in overtime.
Well, let's go back. You were up 2-1 in third. You give up back-to-back goals 47 seconds apart. Talk about the pressure you guys had when you eventually pulled Foster for the 6-on-5. Talk about that.
Yeah, no, I mean, sometimes that's just the way the game goes. We were out shooting them, we were working hard, and it was just a matter of time before the puck went in for us. And unfortunately, it went in for them first, and we came from behind, and then, like you said, pulled Foster and got that odd-man goal.
Now, while this was a regular season goal, it's a little bit different with Storky coming back to town and 4 former players. So talk about how that was on the ice playing against former players.
Yeah, it was a huge game for those guys. You know, they wanted to win really bad. I'm sure he did. You know, he felt the same way. So tension was high. And came out on top.
You guys get your second extra session win in a row. You took out Kalamazoo in the shootout the other night. Let's talk about this team moving forward. Every night's a playoff game from here on out. If you guys want to get in, Kalamazoo beat Toledo tonight 8-5, so they're in first place now. So you guys are fighting for your life. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, the standings are really close right now. So like you said, every game is huge. We need those points every night. And I guess pushing it to overtime, we got the one, and then it's even bigger to get that second one. So.
Your third multi-point game of the season. Let's talk about your play moving forward.
Not bad. I mean, like you said, it's getting tight, so everyone's got to chip in a little extra. And right now, I'm finding the net and some assists, so it's going well.
Another overtime win tonight, a little bit more dramatic than you wanted to, blowing that 2-1 lead, but you have to be happy the way you guys responded in the last minute.
Absolutely. I felt we had the game under control. We really controlled the pace in the third period, especially with the 2-1 lead, and didn't really give them much. And then one breakdown, it's in the net 2-2, and they come right back and score 3-2. It's pretty disheartening, but I mean, that's why he's got guys like Eggets and Sprout and a young guy like Casey Zabatel in the lineup, and I mean, what a great goal to tie it up. And of course, getting the break with the penalty, and TJ Fast, another OT goal for him, and 2 huge points for us. That's a really good hockey team, and very talented, and one heck of a game.
Good. Even though it was just a regular season game, it was a little bit different tonight with a lot of the former players and of course Stewart coming back to town. Especially in that first period, talking about the intensity on the ice tonight, a lot of big hits.
You know what? That was the closest to a playoff atmosphere. I mean, it was great to see that intensity from both teams and back and forth. And you could tell early on everybody was keeping it tight, and we just kept to the game plan, and we got some breaks there, and when you work hard, that's what happens. And can be happy with these 2 points.
Kalamazoo won tonight. They're in first place now. We're north. You got 17 games left. Still 7. Basically, every game from here on out is going to be just like tonight, a playoff atmosphere game. How do you keep the guys geared up every night?
Well, these guys have been there before. A lot of guys in that room have won championships, and I said right from the beginning is anytime you have guys that have won in your locker room, it's to your advantage. You guys know how hard it is. It's difficult. It's difficult to get in the playoffs. It's difficult to play in the playoffs, and when you have guys that have been there, it sure makes it a lot easier from my perspective. Guys understand it's a grind, and you got to do whatever it takes, and play whatever role's asked of you, and come up big. Barrett Eggets came up big tonight. TJ Fast. I mean, everybody played their hearts out tonight, and we anticipate that. We look forward to every game for the rest of the way in to be like that.
You talked about Fast. You guys have been getting contributions, multi-point games from different players every night. That has to help with whatever line you tap out there. You're going to get some production out of it.
Yeah, we don't have a 100-point guy. We got solid offensive guys, and we need offense from everybody. And whether it's our back end from Kevin Roeder getting a huge goal tonight, or TJ Fast and Carl Hudson scored the other night. So we're getting it from different people, and it's a good sign. It's a really good sign.
Last one before we get you out of here. You guys started off kind of slow at the season, but now you're starting to pick it up. Do you think maybe now, from all these playoff runs, the guys are starting to get their legs back underneath them a little bit, and they're starting to catch that second wind they're used to?
Absolutely. We've gone through a lot of highs and lows this year, and we're not out of the woods yet here. We've still got a lot of hockey left, but like I said, when you have guys that have been in the playoffs and understand what it takes, and I think a lot of those guys, as the excitement started to build. As we get down the stretch here, there's light at the end of the tunnel. We're heading into March here, as players, you get excited. This is the fun time of year. I mean, there's a lot of work to be done in October, and November, and December, and you get through some tough travel in January, and then you start gearing up, and you start seeing you get into the teens, and you realize that good things are around the corner.